The oldest and strongest kind of emotion is fear. And the oldest kind of fear is the fear of the unknown. H.P. Lovecraft. Hi, welcome to Dice Baby, where I review games so that you don't have to. Today's subject, we're talking about the Call of Cthulhu tabletop role-playing game. In this game, players take the roles of investigators in the 1920s, who are investigating supernatural occurrences and horrors in the world around them. The Call of Cthulhu RPG was first published in 1981 by Chaosium Inc., a company started in 1975 by a man named Greg Stafford. The game is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft and is one of the first tabletop RPGs that focused on horror and investigation. Over the years, Call of Cthulhu has had several editions and expansions, but today we'll be focusing on the current edition, 7th edition. The game's popularity has continued to grow, and today is one of the most well-respected and well-known tabletop RPGs. Today, Call of Cthulhu has a dedicated fan base and ongoing support from Chaosium. The game has continued to evolve and adapt to new audiences and new technology, all while doing this while staying true to its roots in horror and investigation. In Call of Cthulhu, players take on the role of investigators, looking into the cosmic horrors, twisted beasts, and flailing tentacle-limbed monsters, all from the mind of H.P. Lovecraft. The game is played using RPG dice, with a main focus on the percentile dice. A player will have a list of skills, they'll roll their percentile dice, and the aim is to get under your number for success. Some checks involve hard successes and extreme successes. In the game, sanity is quite important. You have to start with an allocated amount of sanity points, and each time you interact or see something that could potentially bend your mind, you risk losing sanity. If you lose 5 or more sanity in a single interaction, you then roll the chart to see if you comprehend what you've seen. Unfortunately, if you comprehend it, there are dire consequences. The game is typically led by the Keeper of Arcane Lore, also known as the Keeper, who weaves the narratives and explains the situation to the investigators. The Keeper also plays all NPCs and does dice rolls for them in similar situations to players. The players create and control their own investigators with their own backstory, their own skills and abilities. Combat is relatively rare in Call of Cthulhu and is often discouraged, as it can be quite deadly. One of the best things about the Call of Cthulhu RPG is its settings. Being set in the Cthulhu mythos gives it a unique and obscure feel to other RPGs. The game's attention to detail and historical accuracies give it a more immersive feel. I can speak to this personally, as recently I've torn through the Terror Australia's book. As an Australian myself, I can tell that they put a lot of effort and love into this. There are key details and features for each major city in Australia, including maps, local newspapers, radio stations, pubs, hotels, all with high detail and accuracy. Included in the book is 2 one-shot campaigns that can be played or included into an ongoing campaign, one starting in the Australian city and ending in the Australian outback, one in Central Australia. There have also been several expansions for Call of Cthulhu. One of these is called Call of Cthulhu Dark Ages, which allows keepers to set campaigns in the Dark Ages. One of the more popular campaigns is called Mask of Nylothep. This is set across several continents, and it's a globe-trotting adventure for investigators to stop evil occult summoning an ancient evil. Another campaign book is called Horror on the Orient Express, set on the famous train. One of these expansions is called Through the Ages. It allows keepers to set their stories in the past and the future. This can be set in the Bronze Age, Ancient Egypt, the Atomic 50s, or even the future of space. The most recently released campaign setting is Reasons of Cthulhu, which allows keepers to give their campaign a feel like Jane Austen meets Eldritch horror. Another brilliant thing is Chaosium has included a conversion guide in their Keeper Handbook as well as the website. This means that old campaign settings and old campaigns can still be relevant to the current edition, and the books are not worthless. This allows players who only wish to play the current edition access to previous catalogue. I've recently run 2 new groups through a story. Most of the players enjoyed the gritty feel and dark elements in the investigation side of the story. However, one player did express he wished there was more combat, and that he wished combat was not as easy to die. Thankfully, if you have a larger group who enjoy combat-focused games more, Chaosium have released an expansion called Call of Cthulhu, which makes players more stronger and more D&D-esque, so to allow for extra strengths, and extra abilities, and more health. Overall, Call of Cthulhu is a fantastic game for lovers of horror and investigation. What makes it stand out from other RPGs is its unique settings and broad feel of the Cthulhu mythos. Being able to explore different time periods in Cthulhu mythos gives the game more versatility to players and keepers alike. This may be why, at the time of filming, 7th edition is currently sitting #1 on TTRPG's list on BoardGameGeeks.com, and 1st to 6th edition is sitting in 2nd place. Overall, I'd like to give Call of Cthulhu 4.5 Elder Signs out of 5. Thanks for watching my review on Call of Cthulhu. If you like the video, comment below and hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and wish to see more tabletop RPG content, feel free to subscribe and hit the alert notification button. Thank you.